Hey guys, kinggath here with some mod news. So in my continued effort to knock out unnecessary script data usage and protect you guys from hitting that limit, I have updated the mega pack on Bethesda.net. So if you haven't grabbed that update already that I mentioned in the last patch note video, definitely grab it now. I was able to decrease it even further for Xbox users because some of you guys aren't using the full mega pack. You've got the new building only version, so I was able to trim that one down even further than the regular mega pack update. And I'm also attacking the city plan contest mod to reduce the script data usage there. So in order to do that, I'm changing the way I release it. So on PC, if you use Nexus, you'll find that the version you had, if you update it, just adds the new city plans for the October entries. So the October city plans are available now. That includes Starlight Drive-In and Sunshine Tidings Co-op. There are new city plans for you guys to check out. And then the other way I've released it on Nexus is in a FOMod installer with all of them as individual ESLs. So if you hit the script limit, you'll be able to go to the individual versions and then pick out the ones that you're actually using for that save and reduce the amount of script data you're using. Now on Xbox, we don't have the option for individual installers like that, and posting each of them individually is just a giant headache with pushing up all of these tiny little mods and trying to organize them, because essentially we end up having to create additional mod pages for each. So rather than doing that, I still want to make sure you guys can safely upgrade without having to run into issues. And upgrading is the biggest problem on Xbox, because when you upgrade into the data limit on Xbox, you essentially lock yourself out of the mod screen. But if you download a new mod and hit the limit, you just crash the game out, and then the next time you load it, you'll be fine. You just won't have that new one you downloaded installed, and that's fine. So what I'm going to do is start releasing each month's city plans as an individual pack. So right now, the one you have already has been renamed to September, and the one for the Starlight and Sunshine city plans is now named October, and I'll continue to do that. So that way, instead of upgrading and potentially hitting that limit, you're downloading, which is a safer way to hit the limit if you're going to. Now, I don't anticipate anybody's going to hit this limit anytime soon because of all of the script data reduction I've been able to do in the main mod with the 3.5.1 patch. So if you haven't grabbed that already, highly recommend you do so. That will save you a ton of issues down the road. And the reason I don't think anybody's going to hit the limit after that is because there aren't any other mods out there that use even close to the amount of script data that Some Settlements does. So given the fact that we've cut it down so much, even if you were installing the most heavy script using mods out there, you're not gonna hit the total limit right now. The only way you could realistically hit the limit is if you started downloading every single thing having to do with Some Settlements that's out there, such as the complex city plans, all of the add-on packs, all of the city plans. If you grab all of that, you could probably hit it. And so I don't recommend you doing that. Instead, I recommend just installing a handful at a time, check if you're at the limit, which once again, I know I've gone over this in detail, but I want to make sure everybody gets this information because it's such a bizarre thing that we've had to deal with in the Fallout community, and so everybody needs a chance to hear about this. But essentially, if you try and get past the main menu screen, you try and load a save or get into the mod screen, and you get stuck in an infinite loop with the little Vault-Tec logo, you've hit the script data limit, and you just need to disable a few mods. And the easiest ones to disable to get yourself out of that pickle are going to be city plans and add-on packs, because we tend to use a lot of the data storage allotted to scripts. All right, guys, so that covers the updates to script data usage. Now let's talk about the December contest, because I'm going to be announcing the cities tonight, right now, in fact. So in the past, what I've been doing is after we close the contest on the 28th, I wait a day or two, and then I announce the next cities you can choose from, or rather the settlements you can choose from. But I think going forward, instead, on the day that the current city plan contest ends, I'm going to announce the settlements for the next one, which gives people a full 30 or 31 days to work on their settlements, because we're always going to end it on the 28th. That works out nicely to give us a little extra time at the end of the month to do the voting internally on the Some Settlements team, and then you guys get a little extra time to keep working on the next ones. So before I do that, I want to talk about the November contest and make sure that everybody who entered and turned in has followed a couple of rules that we had. So one is that we need you guys to turn in your save files when you turn in your screenshots, and you can just upload those to Dropbox.com and either include a link, and if you can't do that, just send a message to UIT with a link. Now, I know some of you who have brand new accounts might not have permission to post links yet, and so you can send a private message to UIT with your links to your save files. Essentially, we want to inspect them beforehand because we had some problems in the last contest with people not following all of the rules of the contest, and by then we didn't want to screw things up with after the finalists had already been announced. So instead, we're going to just start enforcing them beforehand, and we'll let you guys know if there was a problem before we ever announce the finalists. So that will also give our judges a chance to get a closer look at your settlements, because some of them it was tough to decide based on screenshots alone. And so with the save files, we'll be able to dive in and really see what you guys did with all of your design work. All right, so then the other rule that I want to mention is this is something we've been doing each month, and I don't know if everybody has caught on to it, is that we generally have some basic rules that are things like the number of plots you have to have, and the fact that you've got to have a recruitment beacon, and some real simple stuff. And it's all stuff that can be checked automatically by the City Plan Contest mod. But there's always one rule that can't be checked by that. That's a little more arbitrary, and it's just kind of a general idea of what you should be doing. For example, in the October contest, the goal was to make use of the main buildings in the particular settlement as a key set piece, and so there's no way to automatically check that. That was something we had to check manually. And for the November contest, if you chose Murkwater or County Crossing, whichever you chose, the special rule was that you had to wall it in. So if you had turned in your entry and didn't remember to wall in your settlement, you still got time to do it. You got a few more hours before we close that off. Just quickly throw up a junk wall, and at least you won't be breaking the rules. And that's those are the rules that I want to start announcing in these videos as well. Those special ones that you need to be aware of when you're coming up with your grand plan for your settlement. So without further ado, the December settlements, we're going to have a highway off. So you have the choice between Grey Garden and Finch Farm. And the special rule is that you must make use of the highway in your design. You've got to have a way for your settlers to get up there, and you got to build something up there. Whether you want to use it for housing or defensive structures or something totally different, whatever you want to build up there is fine. Just make sure that you make use of that highway. And so for the December contest, you've got from now through December 28th. And if you haven't joined in on the City Plan contest, you should get in on it. It's getting awesome. We're getting more and more entries, and we have a lot of cool prizes. We're giving away t-shirts, we're giving away GOG and Steam keys, and we're promoting your guys and sharing your city plans with all of the Sim Settlement player base. So we definitely want to see more of you guys get in on that. Definitely check it out. There are rules and helpful hints. A lot of people who have been joining in are all discussing them on our forums. It's going to be linked below. Definitely, if you're going to do it, grab the City Plan Contest mod. So there are two mods with the contest in the name. There's the contest entries mod, which are the city plans you play with, and then there's the contest mod, which is for those of you who want to play around and join the contest, because that has some extra tools to make it easier to build cities that work as a city plan. All right, guys, I'm excited to hear what you think about all the latest designs that we've added to the contest plan entries pack. Wow, that's a mouthful. I got to come up with a shorter name for that. And I want to see more of you guys enter. So hopefully we'll see lots more city plan contest entry action in December. All right, so I think that covers the news for this week. Keep an eye on the channel for regular updates. Now that Ricky Summer has come on board and is helping me edit these videos, we're able to chew through this backlog of stuff that I'd had buried on my computer and get more and more content for you guys. So I hope you guys have liked the new series that we've started, and we're going to continue those because I've got a lot more content already recorded, so we might as well. And I do want to say thank you once again to everybody who supported us on Patreon. And if you haven't already and you want to join in and help the cause to help us continue to develop cool content for the community, the link is below, and we appreciate every little bit you guys can throw our way. And for those of you who decide to do so, we have a special Discord server where you can talk about some settlements, you can get help with the mod itself and things like that. So guys, thank you as always. Take care and enjoy the mod.